The personal car, for 100 years a symbol of independence, financial security, and adulthood. Now in its second century, the freedom machine is becoming a symbol of frustration, wasted time, high cost, and environmental problems. Blockchains and distributed consensus protocols offer new solutions for urban mobility. They enable vehicles, whether surface or airborne, to autonomously verify identity, enforce complex rules, negotiate with other vehicles and infrastructure, and bind behavior. The MOBI Grand Challenge explores the potential of these technologies to transform urban mobility and create the freedom machine of the 21st century. The ultimate goal is to dramatically increase the number of people and goods on the move within our cities, with less congestion, crashes, and environmental impact. Participants in the MOBI Grand Challenge will be expected to demonstrate how consensus protocols, blockchains, distributed ledgers, and related technologies can coordinate behavior to solve specific problems in urban mobility, including, but not limited to, machine identity, position, collective sensor fusion, obstacle mapping, path planning, and micropayments. Flocks of birds and schools of fish show how decentralized communication and consensus within a local network facilitates fluid and efficient mass movement. Individuals adjust their movements to their closest neighbors, who, in turn, react to their neighbors, and so on. Information travels across the group quickly, greatly expanding the individual's range of effective perception. The movement of the group is decentralized, coordinated only by local, overlapping consensus. As in flocks and schools, vehicles on blockchains can exchange data with nearby vehicles, drones, and infrastructure, allowing them to see around obstacles and corners. Improving on nature, the new freedom machines will share their intentions, allowing nearby vehicles, signals, and infrastructure to coordinate speed and path, negotiate rights of way, and assign priority. By putting vehicles, drones, and infrastructure on blockchains, we can expand their range of effective perception to help solve the congestion, safety, and environmental problems of urban mobility. The MOBI Grand Challenge is loosely modeled on the 2004 DARPA Grand Challenge, where robotic vehicles competed to autonomously navigate through the Mojave Desert. The first attempt was a failure, with the best vehicle traveling only 5% of the course. Just 18 months later, 5 vehicles completed the full course, and 22 of the 23 teams surpassed the best result of the previous year. The events ignited worldwide interest in autonomous cars and launched billions of dollars of capital investment. We can only dimly perceive the end of the journey we begin today. As in the first year of the DARPA Challenge, our current technology is not yet up to the task, but key pieces are in place, and there are no major roadblocks to solving the problems of urban mobility with blockchain-connected vehicles. We hope our challenge will ignite public, academic, government, and industry imagination by showing how a new technology can radically reshape and improve surface and near-surface transportation. Mobility needn't be miles of snarled traffic, 2-hour commutes, 1.2 million fatalities per year, and a major contributor to global warming. It could be as beautiful and efficient as the murmuration of starlings.
NuCypher is a data privacy layer for blockchain and decentralized applications. We're going to show a demo about sharing vehicular diagnostic data. NuCypher uses something called proxy re-encryption, which is a more scalable form of public key encryption. And basically it allows the ability to transform encrypted data from being encrypted under one public key into a different public key without ever decrypting the data. So it's very good for use cases where secure data sharing is paramount. So in this demo, Alicia has a car with a onboard device, and that device is going to generate some encrypted diagnostic data using a policy public key that Alicia provides. Eventually, she wants to share this data with someone, but this could be like an insurance company to save her on insurance premiums, perhaps, or to resolve some accident. But to do so, that data is encrypted, so she has to grant access to her insurance company, Bob. And she can do so by generating something called a re-encryption key and issuing that to the NuCypher network. When Bob wants to access the encrypted data, he will then communicate with the NuCypher network to get that data re-encrypted so that he can then decrypt it with his private key. So the data gets re-encrypted into being under Bob's public key so that he can decrypt it using his private key.
Hi Hey folks, join me on the journey to see what we've been working on for the last couple of weeks. A multitude of people is driving their cars for countless hours on highways, wishing for ways to make good use of their precious time. Connected and automated driving will revolutionize the mobility of the future. Although we have seen the continuous improvements of prototypes in recent years, autonomous cars are still a vision of the distant future of transportation. Moreover, the price of an autonomously driving car will not be affordable for everyone. This is why we have created a way for drivers to use their valuable time in the car more wisely, platooning for everyone, involving an integrated seamless payment systems and sensor sharing via the IOTA tangle. To give a better understanding of the implications consumer platooning has, we not only developed the code, but also implemented it into our self-developed autonomous car. We are currently equipping these with additional sensors, like the true depth camera, to make them act even more realistic. Through the use of IOTA, we enable for a whole ecosystem where leaders of a platoon can set a price, either for the platoon as a whole or individual prices for each participant. We see platooning as a step towards autonomous driving, which can be implemented way earlier than fully autonomous cars and offers tremendous potential in taking away people's fear of driverless driving. Now you see all the components working together. The cars are driving along as the leader signals the willingness to platoon, as well as information like IP and its port. This is being visualized to the follower by the approaching car in the dashboard, which we can see on screen. In turn, it can then send the IOTA requested by the leader to its corresponding address. The leader then sends its sensor data via UDP, as long as the micropayments arrive every few seconds.
Hello from the Project VENTO team. We are a team of personnel from Brisa, A2B, Via Verde, and Oaken Innovations. We are excited to present our blockchain-powered toll road and payment system to show why we think this is valuable to Via Verde, payment operators like Brisa, and our clients. The invention of blockchain-powered smart contract platforms like Ethereum allowed for digital store and value transfer to be programmable, while supporting data storage and logic. This allows for a new class of software applications where data, logic, and value settlement are all combined into one platform. We've applied this new technology and created a pilot as the foundation for the next generation of tolling software applications. To understand what we've done, let's look at a simple toll road transaction. In a modern toll road transaction, we can use RFID and other scanning technology for identification of vehicle to first record the transaction. At the end of the month, the toll road user settles the transaction, and shortly after that, operator settlement occurs. In our pilot, we use tokens pegged to the euro as a programmable store and transfer of value. We're demonstrating the technology that allows us to combine all three steps of data and logic, user payment, and operator settlement into one step. With one step, we record the transaction and instantaneously remit tokens to our toll operator Brisa and Via Verde on our blockchain application system. We envision a future where this blockchain application is the core system that runs transactions across Via Verde and all of its operators.
We're Course Mobility, a research and development startup working on blockchain solutions for transportation. We were one of the first companies to design and publish an open software hardware architecture for the blockchain-based vehicular ad hoc networks. Our goal is to create a feasible system that allows for autonomous vehicles to become independent economic actors, drastically improving traffic safety and lowering the cost of mobility. To participate in the MOBI Grand Challenge, we've partnered with our friends at Decentralized Tech, a San Francisco startup behind the decentralized platform that helps companies to monetize robots as a service. For our demo project, we've utilized advanced developments in the robot operating system as well as EVM-based infrastructure for cyber-physical systems. Nevertheless, our blockchain-agnostic architecture allows to quickly switch the blockchain type, depending on the current needs. In 2008, Seattle-based engineer William Beatty, in a series of experiments, established a so-called traffic waves theory. The thesis of that theory was that by knowing how traffic waves are formed, drivers could sometimes reduce their effect by increasing the distance to the car immediately ahead of them. This would lead to braking less often and ultimately decrease the accumulation of vehicles and traffic around them. But to motivate drivers for the described behavior, we as humans need to unlearn everything we were taught about standing in lines. The system we introduce will allow to financially incentivize both human and autonomous driving vehicles to maintain such behavior by getting paid for the road space and yielding to the other cars. We hope that this system will evolve to become a part of our daily traffic infrastructure,